What is going on, guys? It's your boy LOLU Salty, and now, skip the introductions, but PS4, PlayStation 4 has sold 50 million units worldwide as of December the 7th. Oh man. So right now I'm expecting everyone from the I'm expecting everyone from the Xbox camp, the outspoken minority idiots, the crap gamer, the fucking mooch, all those irrelevant fucks that are still on YouTube for some reason. I'm expecting a lot of damage controlling, 50 million units sold worldwide, outpacing what the PS2 is doing in the same time margin. Wow, just wow, the dominance is real, the dominance. No other console manufacturer has dominated like Sony has. PlayStation 1 dominated, PlayStation 2 dominated, PlayStation 3 7th gen. Granted, the Nintendo Wii is what technically won that generation, but oh, Nintendo, they're dead as fuck. I mean, Nintendo's dead already. Like, all they pretty much have is their handheld line keeping them afloat, and that Switch coming out next year, which, oh, another fucking gimmick. Taken anywhere on the go. Okay, yeah, thanks, alright. And there goes the Nintendo fanboys dislike, but whatever. All they have is their fucking Mario, Zelda, and the same repeated ass franchise for the past 30 fucking years and whatnot, so yeah. Over here at PlayStation, you get diversity. You have all your RPGs, JRPGs, your first-person shooters, third-person shooters. Now, yes, when we're talking about multiplayer games, Xbox has those too, but when we're talking about games that anyone wants to play, anyone. If anyone's only into, major platformer games, Sony has that, the Knack, the Crash Bandicoot. Come on now. Come on. Sony pioneered. Okay, I won't go that far. That was technically Nintendo if we're going that far. They were the ones that technically pioneered the whole platforming base. But no other console manufacturer or console company has dominated like Sony has. And the reason is, yes, some people would think it could be because the PlayStation name is just so strong and synonymous with gaming, which it is. But it's really the games that Sony just pushes out. Because granted, yes, next year Xbox Scorpio is releasing, but that price point, that power it's gonna have. We're talking about 6 teraflops of raw computing power with a new CPU. I'd be surprised if it would even go for 500. I doubt it would go for 500. That's a suicidal price point for Microsoft. They're already losing enough money with every... Well, they're not losing a lot of money with every Xbox that's being sold, really, right now, but... I mean, they're making it back on the software, and with Sony, too. Yeah, this is the price point of the Scorpio. It's that's going to be that major deciding factor, because, granted, it's going to be immensely more powerful. I wouldn't say immensely, but it's going to be definitely way more powerful than the PS4 Pro, but... That price you're getting with... Because the thing is, yeah, you have all that power, but what's the point if developers aren't going to utilize it fully? You're really only going to see that power shine on Xbox's quote-unquote exclusives, which I could just get on my laptop right now and hit up the Windows Store. I'm just saying, honestly, with that whole game with Anywhere or whatnot, and there's the whole window games, the Xbox games on Windows and whatnot. Microsoft needs to get rid of that now. It's taking away that need to actually purchase that console. Because someone already has a PC, they're not gonna want to get an Xbox One. They're just not gonna do that. But if someone wants to actually play a PlayStation game and a Nintendo game, they're gonna have to buy that hardware. They're gonna have to. They don't have a choice. And granted, that's why you see all these petitions saying, "Oh, bring Spider-Man to PC, bring The Last of Us to PC." That's okay. First of all, Sony doesn't ever, and even now, I believe it was Andrew House when he was discussing when he was being interviewed, what does he think about all these Xbox games going to PC? He said it was interesting what their competition is doing, but they don't believe in that. Sony believes in keeping all your games on one platform, so that way there's an incentive to buy it. You don't have a choice. And granted, that is a bit anti-consumer, but to have a successful console, you need to have exclusives. Anti-consumer in a way, yes, definitely is, but if everyone could just play all the games on the same platform, what would be the need to go out and buy other hardware? You wouldn't have any. That's just common sense right there. That's common sense thinking. But yeah, it's like 50 million PS4 sold to consumers in under what? How long has PS4 been out? Like what, 2013, 2014, 2015, like what? Almost 3 years and change? A bit under 3 years? Well, yeah, kind of about that, but either way, it's impressive. It's impressive what Sony is doing. And again, no other company has dominated like they have. Like Nintendo fucked over Sony back in like what was it? Like when Sony had a deal with Nintendo to release I mean, before the PlayStation 1 came out, there was like a deal that fell through with Nintendo and Sony. And Nintendo went with a different manufacturer other than Sony for their SNES, I believe it was. And then Sony released their own home console, which dominated the scene. It dominated the Sega Saturn. It dominated the Nintendo 64. It just completely dominated it. It was like no competition. With all the games it released, it was a wrap. And it's the same thing happening this generation. Yes, granted, Sony did stumble with the PlayStation 3 at such a high price point and with that cell processor, which was kind of hard for developers to actually develop their games for, but eventually, down the line, you started seeing what the PS3 could really do with the titles such as, Uncharted 2, God of War 3, namely. That was fucking amazing on the PS3. Yeah, it's just sheer dominance. Like, this is what Sony is known to do. With every generation, besides the PS3, they've always dominated. 5th generation dominated, 6th generation dominated, 7th, that one to the Wii, but 8th generation, Sony is dominating. And I would expect the same for the 9th generation, probably. I mean, what do you have for the 9th gen? You have Nintendo Switch, which... I mean, you could call it a console if you want. I just call it a freak show of a handheld and a console that wants to be everything but will ultimately fail. There's multiple reasons why that thing will fail, but I might make a separate video on that. And I don't really care if any Nintendo fuckboys want to dislike this. I don't give a shit. And Xbox has actually never won a generation. Technically, they never come close when you're actually counting like the Wii last generation. So yeah, it's just hats off to Sony. They're giving gamers what they want. They're giving us the diversity of content that no other platform is doing besides the PC, one could argue. It's just a wrap. This is just Sony being Sony. So yeah, hats off to Sony, man. 50 million PS4 sold, making these X-Fags salty and these Nintendo drones shake. And I'm sure everyone from the PC camp is like, whatever. Me personally, I mainly game on my PlayStation and my Vita, but like once I do build a more powerful PC, I'll be playing on that too. But I mean, I'm gonna always be keeping a PlayStation console because that's where I'm gonna be having to play my games. If Sony would bring their games over to PC, if they ever would, I would just simply game on my PC instead. It's just how it is. So yeah, wrap up this video. Sony dominates. It leaves haters crying. Expect a lot of BGST podcasts or some shit. Fucking crap gamer mooch, all those fucking known irrelevant idiots. Might just follow the dark cloud advice and just not even mention them. But I already did, so yeah, who cares? I was blind, that's like fucking terrible, but yeah, alright guys. Enjoy the rest of your day and take care. Like, comment, and subscribe.